don't worry about the negative things that could be around you, or the getting wrapped up in fear, because those things usually what we create, and we elevate those to a higher level than what's really there. Focus on what's around you, your friends, your family, being grateful for your life, that you're still alive, you're still kicking, and just do what you can do. You know, don't get carried away reaching for stuff that you can't reach. Just do what you can do every day, and you do a little bit of that each day, you'll be good. So
That's
yeah.
perfect. Welcome to Keeping Tabs. I'm Tabitha Croc, and every Monday, I talk to someone here in North Idaho with the goal to connect more people in the Coeur d'Alene area. And then every Friday, I talk to someone outside the community to bring in a new perspective and to learn a little bit about yourself. All right, today I have Niiki with me, a longtime friend. He is let's see if I can get everything here, entrepreneur, rapper, singer, creator, rank up lifestyle, works with youth to help motivate these kids. I'm just doing some great things in our community. So first of all, thanks for joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Well, tell us a little bit, kind of go in depth of like who you are and what you're doing.
I'm a human. I'm on planet Earth. You can locate me in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Sometimes I'll be wearing my rank up attire. Other times I might be in camo, blending in. But yeah, name's Niiki Dixon. Grew up in the Portland area, a town over there called Milwaukee's right next to Portland. So pretty much you grew up in Milwaukee, you grew up in Portland because you're always in Portland. I ended up in 2013 getting into youth ministry. And also I worked at Boys and Girls Club over there in Portland as well. But I started youth ministry in a city called McMinnville, Oregon. And that's close to the beach, probably about 45 minutes, not too far, Lincoln City. So have you been over there before?
Oh yeah, I did a race in a half marathon in Dundee, and I think that's
Yeah.
It's a wine race, and I ended up doing a half marathon over there.
Oh, that's so awesome. We'll talk about that later because I want to do some races.
Oh, awesome. I know you.
Now you got to hold me to it because it's recorded.
You'll post that up and everyone will know, and you have
to. But yeah, so started with youth ministry 2013, and that just like sparked a huge excitement in me. Like, this is an opportunity I never thought about, and it just connect my heart with other people, with young kids, and just in a way that I've never been connected with people before. And it was cool. Like the youth pastor at that time, he brought me in as a youth pastor assistant, and he's just a wild, amazing dude. And it's kind of like the youth pastor where you're like, question mark, should he even be a youth pastor because some of the things he does, but the kids love him and he's effective. And so one time we were going to drive around town, and I think we were getting ready to go to summer camp, but he was like, isn't this awesome that we get paid for this, to just invest in these young people's lives and have fun and be able to be a kid again? And I was just like, yes, this is awesome. You know, I love connecting with people in general. And so it's just beautiful to be able to even go deeper into the lives of the young kids. And we know how important that is for these kids to have people that care about them, someone they can talk to, they can trust, and just help them throughout life when they need. So yeah.
And then you're also you do music and stuff on the side as well.
Yeah, so I started making music back in so I listened to hip hop growing up, and I think me and my buddy in junior high, we wanted to be a rapper, and we were rapping like Coolio songs and stuff. So in 2000, when I went to college, I got some equipment, got a computer and some other stuff, and just start making music, start rapping. It was, looking back, it was horrible, but I was like bumping it in the halls in my dorms like I was the best rapper ever. And I'm looking back like, no wonder I didn't get any girls. And so it was just it was terrible, but it was a starting point for me to mature and to keep going and create that love of creating music. And so throughout the years, I just did different performances, performed many different times. And it's weird, like with performing, like it's like a love hate. I like get super scared, but no one would ever know. Cause once I get going, then I get going. But it's like up until that point, I feel like just dying. And like, and so performed a lot. And even when I moved here, 2015, here to Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, I got blessed to be a part of the Youth Pastor Network. I was actually moved over here for youth ministry. And so that was awesome to be able to work at a church out here and then work at the skating ring. But I was connected to the Youth Pastor Network out here, which is a beautiful thing. I didn't even know they did that. And so they had a big old a Unite nights where they had the churches come together and a big, pretty much a youth event. And they let us do some rapping up there. So I got to rap and bring back the old fear and excitement again and just have fun with the kids. And so that was actually the original, I guess, coming of my company, Rank Up Lifestyle. Before it was a different name and just doing hip hop. And I knew I wanted something greater in life other than just creating music. And for me, like, I'm an introvert and an extrovert. And so like that, when it comes to music and performing, I think that's the fear part. Like the introvert's like, nah, don't do that. Stay behind the scenes. So I wanted to create something more than just me being like, hey, I'm making music. Look at me, listen to this. And like, I'm not big on promoting myself. I feel like terrible. I hate doing it. I have to force myself to do it, but I'd rather not. So just with a lot of thought. And then when I became a part of youth ministry, I'm like, what can I do? Like, let me create maybe a hybrid where I can do some music, but it's directed towards teens and then also work with teens at the same time in a unique, different way. And so because I worked at Boys and Girls Club and I was in youth ministry, I was looking at the differences. I was like, Boys and Girls Club is great. It gives you life tools that teens need and help them with life, you know, like job applications and maybe job searching and just different ideas for life. Church gives you on the spiritual aspects, you know, teaching you about Jesus and overcoming different things and just a whole different aspect of life as well, and spiritually wise. And so I was like, why don't we marry the two together and create something different? And so that's where Rank Up Lifestyle came together, creating a team program where the kids can come, they can get a sprinkle of Jesus, but also they're getting guest speakers of the community leaders coming to their speak to the to our event, speaking to the kids about their jobs. Maybe it's a business owner talking about the job they do, being able to explain to them the challenge they face and how they overcome those challenges. It may be a parent in the community talking from a parent perspective. It may just be a leader in the community that's a pastor, someone giving their testimony, someone giving a little sermon, many different leaders. I just want to create them to come speak to the kids. And it was beautiful. Like kids were coming alive and just responding, asking questions. And you could just see their little brains just going at it and just creating a safe place for them. Like it doesn't matter who you are, where you come from, what you're going through. This is a place where you can feel safe, where you can grow, get loved on, and be heard. And so that was just kind of what I was trying to put together and what we end up being able to put together. And so we are connected with the kids in the juvenile JDC. And it was beautiful because it's like these kids get off of probation or they come out of their program being locked up. And it's like, where do they go then? What do they do then? Most of the time they go right back in because they just hook back up with their same old friends and get in the same old trouble. So our program was connected with a couple of different leaders that were in there, and they talked to me about making Rank Up a place where they could come and have a place where they can get some tools, life tools, so then when they are in the community again, they could be more successful and not have to just go right back in. Hopefully they don't go in from coming to us, but that was a beautiful thing. We started having kids come to our program, and then the idea was having them be court ordered to be in the program as well. And so just a beautiful start to that. And Rank Up Lifestyle, just to give you an idea, the company is a life motivation company. And I see it as a company that is more like a accountability company. So like when I'm wearing my shirt, I got to remind myself, yo, Rank Up. So there's our logo. So I'm just like making sure when I'm in communication with people that I'm showing love, I'm being positive, and I'm being encouraging to people. And so even times where somebody may be a jerk, especially on the highway, we all can relate to that. Instead of getting angry, I'm like, oh, let it go, let it go. I love you anyways. Just try to bring the love and positivity. Maybe they're having a bad day. Maybe they're going through something. Give them the benefit of the doubt. And so I'm just always, I've been positive throughout my life and a loving person. And sometimes I get upset with it, like, God, why do you make me so loving? Let me be upset sometimes and just be mean. But this is the way I'm created. So I just gotta utilize that and accept that. So with the company, I just wanted to help motivate people that it's okay to be loving. It's okay to be forgiving. It's okay to have grace. It's okay to fight for what you want. If you have dreams and goals, go get it, And then also, if you need help, ask for help. I can be stubborn sometimes when it comes to that and not want to ask for help. And it's like, no, I'll figure this out. And I'm totally failing. And I was like, gosh, dang it. I need to ask for help. And so I'm trying to learn and always trying to learn and grow. So I just want to encourage other people that we're all learning. We're all trying to grow. We all go through ups and downs, but you're not alone, And so with Rank Up, that's kind of like in a quick nutshell, a lot of nuggets right there that forms Rank Up and what I'm trying to do. And so I believe it was a year ago or so. The building we were in doing our team program, it actually sold. And so we didn't have a team program anymore. And so I took that moment to take a break and just rethink of different programs. I'm an overthinker and an entrepreneur. So that's like dynamite put together. And so sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. It pretty much, I come up with a lot of ideas and things I want to do. So I took that moment where we didn't have a location to be able to come up with a different program. And long story short, I have some great friends of mine, Colton and Kiersey. They own the VR downtown, virtual reality, super awesome, fun place if you haven't been. And they also connected with Strike Zone, which was at the original spot we had the youth program. The companies kind of came together and they took over that aspect of the Nerf guns and the laser tag. And so at VR upstairs, they have the virtual reality, but downstairs they have the arena. And so it's super fun.
I did
Yeah.
not know that. I thought it was
Yeah.
just VR.
No. There's more to that. So the way they designed the arena for laser tag and Nerf gun with the black lights and the whole maze, it's amazing. Like, it's worth looking at. So you have to take a look at that and look at it.
That's really cool. So are they renting it out to you on, I think it's Thursday nights, right? Is when you guys meet?
Yeah, so Thursday night. So they actually came and volunteered at our team program that we had.
Yeah.
And so I've been in connection with them, and they didn't ask for anything back. They just been showing mad love to me. And I was like, who are these people come from? Like, they're just so awesome and loving, very wise. And so like I asked them questions that I need help with and they give me wisdom. But they actually talked to me and brought me in and say, hey, we know you love working with kids. We know you love working with people. We know and believe in your Rank Up program. And they brought me in to say, hey, I want to help you start your program. And so I was like, what? Wait, what? Because I'm in hibernation, like nothing's going on. And so they actually activated me to be alive again and want to start building Rank Up again. And so they said, hey, we have a place in our facility that you can have a little office, but also you can use our arena to do your program. And so I took the time to start another program for adults. And so I know a lot of us adults get so wrapped up in adulting that we may forget to have fun. And fun is actually, I guess, scientifically proven that those that have more fun in their life actually live longer. And I didn't know that. My buddy told me the other day. It was like a TED Talk. And I was like, yes, that's super awesome. So
true too. Like the more, I mean, the more things you do like during, your week that you enjoy.
Yes.
Like the stress that goes away. Like when you start to feel anxious and stressed and you go hiking or playing basketball or
yes,
youth, like you're just like, oh, what stress? Like you kind of forget about what you really like, the driver on the freeway that pissed you off.
yes. Yeah. So I started the program called Adults Rule. And so a lot of the programs have RUL, RUL, stands for Rank Up Lifestyle. So for those that don't know. And so the program is kind of a similarity to the team program structure wise, where we have a guest speaker come from the community, speak to us. And then it's kind of like a free forum where we have questions asked, and then the group just chimes in and they start talking to each other about what the guest speaker was talking about, ask questions to the guest speaker. But it's been kind of uniquely like creating its own little thing where like we get into deep conversations, and it's like it's hard to even describe what's going on, because sometimes I leave there, I'm like, my mind just like blown with so much wisdom. I'm like, I need to write this down. I need to make it a podcast. I need to something, because people need to hear what goes on in these walls. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, we have a unique group of people that are, I just see they're all wise, but they're very loving. And they just want to connect with other people, make a difference, and shed light. And so it's just beautiful conversations we get to have, but also be able to get to be silly and have fun, play dodgeball, laser tag, Nerf guns, and then other youth group games. Like we had one just to break the ice, which I didn't realize. Like I was like, yeah, let's play this game. It'll be embarrassing. And then I realized I was a part of the game, so it was very embarrassing to me too. And so we did the animal noise game, where we went around in the circle. The person to the right of you has to announce an animal that you have to act out with your body and make the noise. And so I didn't think that through, that I'd have to do it. And so it was just very embarrassing, but very fun. Like, cause those things like seem silly, and some adults can be like, nah, I don't want to do that. But when you do that, it activates the kid in you, and it releases so much stress and adds so much joy to your life that it's like you don't even understand until you do it. So one of my big jobs is trying to add more fun to the adulting, you know?
I love
And so,
that. It's
yeah,
fun. I think everyone needs to add more fun into their life,
yes,
especially those that like you have kids. I know you have kids too, that like sometimes you feel like just you're parenting all the time. You're the mom
yes,
take care of this, but like all your kid wants is you to play with them, and then you realize, oh, this is a lot of fun.
yes. Yeah, my youngest, when you say that, my youngest, Roman, he is 5, and out of the there's 3 of them. So out of their personalities, he is the one that's always silly, and he's on the go. Like, I'm just like, what are you doing? Stop being silly. You know, I get so involved in my adulting and parenting. I'm just like, he's just having fun. He's just being him. And it teaches me so much at his consistent joy that I'm blessed with. And I'm just like, I do need to chill out and I need to have some fun. And so it helps me be able to take moments and just play with them and be silly. Like, we have Nerf guns at home. And so sometimes it's busting out the Nerf guns and be like, let's go, or we're playing tag at the park. And I really remember how old I am, and my body's like, what are you doing? Be careful. And they're zipping back and forth in and out of the playground. Yeah, so it's definitely fun to be able to do that, and just have to have the moment to be a kid again. We all have that inner kid, and so
Yeah, I love that. All that you're doing, that's really fantastic. Do you like, so you and I've talked this before about like
yeah,
fundraising and things like that, and to be able to fund programs like this, because
mhm,
you're not a church, but
yeah,
you're also not a boys and girls club and a full nonprofit, like you are
yeah.
kind of in between. Do you have any events or any fundraising or ways that people can give, or anything's coming up with that?
Yeah. So actually, we went from like being a nonprofit to now it's going to be a for-profit.
Okay.
And so what I'm looking to do is start to push merch, like t-shirts, hats, like I have hat on, I have now, and then hoodies and stuff like that, as one way to raise some funds. Also, I'm gonna be doing different events. So putting together like my little baby. This hopefully this summer we can get it knocked out. But my idea is every summer having a yearly event. So another program I'm pushing for is called Real Fitness. And so I posted a lot. Some of you guys have seen that. It's not a gym at all. It's a mentality. And so with our rank up model, our actually motto is be the best you can be. That's our motto. Encouraging myself, like with whatever I'm doing, conversations, situations, Nike, just be the best you can be in those scenarios. and you'll be good. Okay. Maybe someday I just need to cry. If that's the best I can do, then that's all I can do. So it's pretty much don't be somebody else you're not. Just be yourself and do the best you can do every day. If it's just show up, show up. And so with this Rule Fitness, it's in the workout aspect of being the best you can be. And so like if you have a certain goal you want to achieve for your body, then do that. Let's get this. Let's make it happen. And so I want to put fitness events together. So I want to like a big old gladiator event during the summer every single year where people are coming, competing, and doing different various of tough man competition kind of stuff. But also we'll have a guest speaker that has great wisdom for us as well. And then just a time to connect and just reflect on our lives and what are we fighting for? As we get busy adulting, what is it what's our goal? What really matters? And it comes down to our health, our mental health, our emotional health, our spiritual health, but also our family, and part of that is our friends as well. Like, what does our community look like? How are we investing in our community? How are we feeding those that are around us or that we love with love and care? And so that's the idea with that. And then other different programs. Like I'm from Portland, so like we have basketball year round, and I love playing basketball. So I want to start a rank up basketball league that we can have some kind of year round basketball for people to play. And so just different programs I want to start putting together that adds value to the
Oh, let
community.
me know about this basketball. I've told you before.
Yeah. So yeah, I got ideas. And so I want to personally just add value to our community here. It's beautiful and I'm blessed with people, so many great people here, just like yourself. Like it's been love just seeing you and your wisdom and just watching you just come alive and the different things you do. It's motivating. I don't see how people don't get motivated by other people striving for their dreams and goals.
I agree 100%. That's why you surround yourself with people like that, because it kind of keeps motivating you. But then you
Yeah.
become this cheerleader for these people in the community. I mean, like you said, our community is fantastic.
Yes.
The way that everyone kind of wraps like around each other whenever they need something or
Yes.
support. I feel like we're in a great community for that.
Yes, and I love that. And I know I've been to like in the mindset or around people or whatever it is. Like some people get wrapped in the mindset where it's like a doggy dog world. It's like you gotta look out for yourself, and if somebody's winning, get angry and top them over. And it's like no, like it's okay when people are winning. Support them. They're not your competition. The more you support people, I think the more you'll end up being successful.
100%.
So I love that idea.
Exactly. You always give more.
Yeah.
Come back. 100%. So I have a few fun questions for you.
All snaps.
So first of all, what is your go in the Coeur d'Alene? I know your Post Falls area too. What is your favorite go-to restaurant?
Woo! Right now it's been Kaju.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, actually, Shiki. Sorry.
I was
Shiki's
like,
been,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna have to fight with you on this one because I actually like Shiki better.
yeah, Shiki came about, and I was like, oh, and so I love going there. Yeah, I might have a problem, but yes.
We almost went today for lunch. We're like, maybe we should just grab a couple rolls.
Yeah, no big deal. But yeah, I love going there. Sushi just has my heart in a whole nother way. Sushi and gummy bears, man. I have an addiction. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. If you're having a bad day, we'll bring you some gummy bears or sushi. So if Nike had a big billboard and it's either like on one of the busiest streets in Coeur d'Alene or downtown, what would your billboard either have or say on it?
It'll probably have my face in a silly looking way, and it'll say "Let's be friends," like a T-shirt that I have, or it'll say "Let's play."
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Don't you have a T-shirt that has something with your crazy like look on your?
Yeah, it says "Let's be friends." It started like a joke with a friend, and I was like, "I'm gonna do it. Watch me." And so I did it, and it was funny. Like I probably had like 30 people buy a shirt, and I was just like, I did not expect that. So I'm floating around. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So obviously you've been over in Portland, you've done a few, like you have your full-time job too. These are all the things we're talking about are all projects and are all things
Yeah.
out of like what you're passionate about. Is there a life lesson you kind of learned like the hard way as you've gone along with all this?
For me personally, since I'm like an overthinker, entrepreneur, and I'm a person that likes to take action, like I don't like to sit down and talk about it, like what it looks like to clean your room. I like to actually clean the room, get it done. And so like with all the things that I've done over the years or tried to do or wanted to do, with me personally, it's learning to be patient and take my time and not try to rush things as quick as I love to do it. Like just take my time, plan it out, and get wisdom from other people.
Yeah.
That's been my biggest thing because my pride sometimes like, no, I got this. And it's like, no, I don't got this. Talk to people that know and have experience. That's a beautiful thing to learn from other people. That's like certain communities, the grandparents raise the kids. That's different, but it's like they do that because they have wisdom. They've been there and done that. And so I want to be able to utilize the wisdom we have in our community to be able to help me be more successful because it pours back in the community anyway. So
that's
hopefully
so
that makes sense. But.
No, it does completely. And I think it takes a village. I think it takes a village to raise a family. It takes a village to grow as a person. Like, and like we've talked about in our community, we have one of those communities you can reach out to a business owner and say, hey, would you guide and help me? They're not going to expect anything because they really do genuinely want to see you succeed.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right. So if you could have dinner with anybody, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Only pause because I'm like, man, I don't think about that much. But if I was truly going to be honest with myself, it would be my dad, my biological dad. So he died when I was younger. I didn't really know him. So I don't know what his voice sounds like. So it would be nice to talk to him and, just talk to him, hear him laugh and see how he thought, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he is a nerd. Maybe he's not a nerd. Maybe he's a pimp. I don't know. But just to get to know who is this guy, who's part of creating me, So I think, yeah, that would definitely be my go-to first pick. Yeah.
For sure. So I know you are full of positivity and excitement. And I have, like you said, I've never seen you upset or mad or negative once the whole time I've ever known you. Do you have a personal mission statement that you live by?
I don't have one personally. I guess I could just grab a thought process and be like, it's all good. I don't even obviously God created me the way I am. And I've been through so many things from when I was childhood to, even now I go through things and just some reason I'm always thinking positive. Like, I don't know how to think and stay on a negative tip. I just don't know how. And so, yeah, that's just me. So I don't know. Like, it's just weird. Sometimes I look at myself, I'm like, how are you like that? I should be crying right now and dying right now. But I'm like, yeah, let's go. We can do this.
It's so true too. Like, anyone listening, he's not even putting on a front right now. That's really honestly who you are. You're just like, all right, this kind of sucks. I'm going to smile and we're going to get through it. And I think that's a great lesson that you're teaching your kids as well. Cause there is so many, you see these parents that are negative, whether it's financially, emotionally, whatever they're going through life, that they put it on and the kids feel it. Like, I know growing up with parents that got divorced or parents that maybe financially struggle, you felt it, whether they showed it or not, they felt it. And I bet your kids cannot feel like when you're struggling.
No, not at all. Because I've been through so much and I'm still here, it's evident that I'm going to survive what I go through, And so I think the scariest thing for me was coming out of my introvert shell. I got into network marketing years ago, and a lot of people want to get into and be successful, but that really takes some muscle. You really got to be able to have thick skin and really be a go-getter. And so luckily I was part of a group of amazing guys and gals, and I got mentored and trained, and we actually were part of a company that was a successful company. And so I started getting checks, $200 a week, $500 a week. And it was like, man, I'm making it. Yes. Unfortunately, the company, the owner, the leaders jumped out, and like people start leaving the company. So it's like, no, like when we were taking off, everyone's leaving. So then it just killed the money. But in there, what I took from it and I loved is that I learned how to speak in front of adults, a group of 30, 40, 50 people, which before I was like, no way, I would rather go hide than go speak in front of people. And it comes down to adults are like kids too. So it's not nothing to be scared about. It's just having a good time, being yourself. Once you know what you're talking about, it's easy.
Oh
And
yeah.
so it just grew me so much to be more comfortable and know like what is like one of the millionaires, he's still a millionaire. He can go from any company. It could be a dog poop scooper company. He'd be a millionaire somehow. But he was speaking. He said, "What's the worst thing that can happen when you talk to people? They're gonna pull out a gun and shoot you? No, that's not gonna happen." So it's all these fear things that we create in our own minds. So yeah, I just figure like everything's gonna be fine. We're gonna get through it. And there's so many loving, supporting people in this community that you can't help but succeed if you reach out, you know?
So
So
true. And that's the thing
yeah,
is I think that's a biggest point you can take from that is just ask for help or ask people.
yeah,
Like you'd be
yeah,
surprised how many times people are like, yeah, I would love to help you, or I
yeah.
can tell you the right person to reach out to. So that's a great point. So if someone is listening to you right now and they want to connect with you, buy merchandise, hear your music, get involved with Rank Up anyway, how do they get a hold of you?
So our website is probably one of the best ways for to get everything except for the music. But rankuplifestyle.co is our website. We're also on Instagram. You go to Rank Up, look up on Instagram or Facebook, you can see that. And we have our website links on those too. So whether you're on Facebook or Instagram. Also, we're we're also on. We have a TikTok as well. You won't see.
I was just gonna say, I love TikTok. I love
Yeah.
TikTok. So one of the best ways for merchandise is TikTokers. Like that is like
Mm,
flying. Like all of every famous TikToker or someone that's growing up,
yeah,
they all have like a link to their merchandise. It's
that
like
is cool.
so.
I need to put ours up there then. Thank you for that.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say when I thought I started talking about merchandise. Everyone's pushing their merchandise, and then people duet stuff with their like wearing like the Rank Up sweatshirt or
Yeah,
whatever. And then if people know what the money's really going to,
yeah,
Christ.
yeah. And then I started a little bit, and then we didn't get the sales as what we wanted to, but I want to get back to as we start getting sales and in a normal rhythm of donating profit to nonprofits to help them out, or even like if people know families in need to help them out, And my normal job, I'm property manager, and so I property manage for low income housing. So I'm always seeing families in need, individuals in need, single moms, and so my heart is just to help. And so I would love to be able to do it. Like my heart's like, someone needs a car, let's get them a car. Someone needs a house, get them a house. Someone needs food, let's help them get resources for food. And so I just come alive on that aspect. But far as the music wise, my rap name, I go by Mellow Beast. And so reason for that is like, I'm very laid back and chill, but inside of me, there's this roaring beast that not many people know. And so like through my music, hopefully you get to hear more about my heart inside. And so that's kind of like the metal beast that's in me. But sometimes I can get more wild when I'm on the basketball court.
Or
And
working out at the gym. I've seen some of the
working
videos.
out at the gym. Yeah.
Watch out. He's not
Yeah.
mellow.
I'm not messing around. I got goals. I got goals. But Instagram, you go to Mellow Beast Music, Instagram page. That's my main. I don't have a Niiki Dixon page. I have a Mellow Beast for my main stuff. And then on Facebook as well, Mellow Beast. So I'm actually starting to put my music out. I made some music last year and a couple years out before that. And so I didn't do much with it. So I'm gonna start releasing stuff this year, and I was switching some stuff to new platforms. So be on the lookout. It'll be on iTunes and Spotify. Where you'll be able to look up Mellow Beast, and you'll see my face and music. So I'm working on. I want to put together some music videos and stuff, and that's another love that not many people know. I started doing music in Portland, and I wanted to do music videos, but they were super expensive. I was like, I can't afford to do that. So I just got a camera, made one cheesy video for me, But then I just loved making videos. I started recording different artists in Portland, and it was so fun making videos. So I want to start making some for myself currently. So we'll see what happens with that. But I need a team, so I know better not to be a Superman. It takes a team to be successful. So yeah.
So as we said, well, as we all know, is that we have been through kind of a rough year. Exactly a year ago. We were all starting to go through this pandemic, staying at home, being quarantined. And people are, like we've talked about, emotionally, mentally, financially. Someone has gone through something, especially this year. Do you have like one piece of advice to leave us with, or to shout out to someone that's like kind of struggling, kind of something positive to go into their day?
Woo, bringing it in. I would say don't worry. Don't worry about the negative things that could be around you, or the getting wrapped up in fear, because those things usually what we create, and we elevate those to a higher level than what's really there. Focus on what's around you, your friends, your family, being grateful for your life, that you're still alive, you're still kicking, and just do what you can do. Don't get carried away reaching for stuff that you can't reach. Just do what you can do every day, and you do a little bit of that each day, you'll be good. So
that's perfect. Well, Niiki, thank you so much for giving me some time today.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. I appreciate you, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks for listening to Keeping Tabs. I'm Tabitha Crock, and every Monday I release a podcast about different community members here in North Idaho. And then we end the weeks on Fridays with a podcast about the things I'm passionate about: outdoors, adventures, sports, the van life, and even current events. So if you like what you heard, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, Spotify, or iTunes. Thank you again. Now go be kind and do something great.